Hey, it's Jason ODB, Our Lifestyle Podcast. I want to thank Matt Weathers for turning me on to Bicycle Heaven up here in Pittsburgh all week, visiting family, doing the family stuff. And Matt was like, yo, Jay, I know you like bikes. You got to come by and check out Bicycle Heaven. Tried to come on last Monday, wasn't able to make it only because of the observed holiday, I think. They were closed. Dude, I'm so excited to go in here. I heard it's mind-blowing. Like, literally, the closest place I can probably describe based upon photos I've seen online is in Tallahassee. Tony Boss-Bolin told me about the car museum that's there. The guy collects old fishing lures, cars, outboard motors, pedal cars, all kinds of stuff. This place apparently could rival it, if not surpass it. Let's jump right in here. Bicycle Heaven, Pittsburgh. Look it up if you're in the area. Check it out. All right, this place is donations only, it looks like. So definitely suggest that you donate if you can. Let's take a tour. We'll do a quick walkthrough and then we'll kind of go through a little bit more detail. On the first floor, there's a lot of just different bikes you'll see hanging. Schwinn, of course, down here. This whole section. There's a lot of collectible stuff like you're going to see here. Things that would be hard to find. My understanding, this guy's been collecting about 50 years. This is kind of an eye-level walkthrough. You'll see there the museum is technically on the second floor. Now above us, you're going to see they utilize all the space they can here, which is key when you have this much stuff. Now we're back at the door. That's the first floor, it looks like. A lot of display cases with collectible stuff. I'll come back and do a slower walk through towards the end. You could just see in this this space here how much stuff there is. Truly unbelievable. Again, Matt Weathers, he's actually from the Pacific Northwest. He told me about this because he travels around doing welding and things like that. And he spent some time here in this Pittsburgh area.
I know something I can get a little bit of a wire tire on it for like this the rail trail. Okay. Kind of thing.
It's kind of the bike shop area, my understanding. Looking at the signs. Look at that.
Yeah. This kind of bike normally do not put wide tires. Yeah, I know the guys in Ireland, they have essentially.
Now, one thing that's scattered all throughout here is tons of old school BMX stuff. Obviously, it's BMX heaven, so they have it all, from what I can tell. Yes, I had some old toys. I saw some baseball cards when I was walking through the other section.
So you like this kind of ride? Yeah. Do you have anything else that's a roll bag, man?
It's a lot to take in. So Matt was telling me you can kind of get twisted around in here, and I don't disagree. It looks like the bike shop is in there / where we were just at. You could tell they're from the north because I guess during the winter months it could get dirty in here. Hopefully you're enjoying this. Hit like, comment below, let me know what you think. I'll try to show as much of this as I can. He told me when you go upstairs, there's just room after room. Of parts and bikes. Holy tires. So we came up the stairs to the right, go through here. You can see above all the wheels packed to earth. Look at all these cans of paint, factory paint. Crazy. The amount of colors. It's one of my favorite things of bikes, especially in the 80s. All the different colors. You can see all on the right. The forks. This is where we came up. We went the other way first. Now, if you're in the Pittsburgh area, look up, like I said, Bicycle Heaven. That's where we're at, doing this video. Very cool. Literally, believe it or not, it's donations only to enter. So, of course, put a donation in and asked for approval to take video and photos, and they said no problem. This is the Fonz bike from Happy Days TV show. Of course, got pinball. Parts and parts. It's amazing they can acquire so much. Now this, there's a door down here I saw. We came through here. Okay. This is the museum. So we'll go in there in just a minute. I want to make sure I get all this. We were walking down there a few minutes ago. You can just see parts and parts. Moto Mag. And that's where the paint was at. So we'll go back this way. Wow. So we'll kind of pan around in here. One thing you'll note is all of the wheels and mags. That's where all the Skyway mags are hiding in the country. Above. Now on a video, it's going to be tough to get all these different bikes. Want to more or less just show you guys the insane collection. During this quick walk around, you can see there's some vintage BMX bikes there. Some old movie memorabilia. Cameras everywhere, which is smart. It's got an unbelievable collection. Got an old, of course, Elvis stand up. Trying to get the main shot in here. Just unbelievable. If you look down here, it goes around there. There's stuff, again, above everywhere. Seats. Down here, it looks like there's a ton of bikes. So I'm seeing Schwinn Predator, GT Mach 1, Diamondbacks, more Predators, Kuwaharas, Schwinns, of course. got Pee Wee Herman playing over here with the BMX scene. Tons and tons of memorabilia stuff. Three-wheel car. Got some Stingrays up there. Or one up in the corner at least. This is really what I love seeing from my era. Here you have the world's fastest bike, 139 miles an hour. Hutch, world's fastest bike hat. BMX Plus, looks like January 88. Kick-ass helmet. Awesome colors. And you got the Pro Performer. That looks like over here, a lot more bikes from my era. Robinson, Dyno, Hutch, Mongoose Decade, Performer, Pro Performers, Haro Freestyler. Ooh, look at that Torker, pink. Mongoose OG. Now, I'll be sharing photos on Our Lifestyle Podcast, Facebook, and Instagram. Again, I'm going to have to come back through here and take a bunch of photos. This is kind of just a walkthrough just to give you guys an idea of all the stuff that's here. Maybe encourage you guys to come in and check it out. You got an 87 GT Zoot Scoot, Dyno Performance Freestyler Scooter. One thing I'm noticing is like these bikes, they look like they've all been gone through. I mean, they're super clean. The pedals aren't on a lot of them because you'll actually see, looks like they put the pedals right here with a zip tie so they don't scratch each bike up. But they're all like super clean. There's that famous photo. All right, the Pee Wee Herman bicycle, extremely rare. Please do not touch. Reminding you, security camera everywhere. So who doesn't remember the Pee Wee Herman bike? It says bike exhibit transports visitors through history. This is, according to this, the real Pee Wee Herman bicycle movie prop, 104 to exist, of 14 made, one of which is owned by Paul Rubens. Another is at the Bike Museum of America. So you got the Mad Magazine down there. And then you got the cutout, the story of a rebel and his bike. Looks like it says rare original. Wouldn't expect anything less. So it is mind-blowing walking through here. Of course, here you've got a lot of these bikes, I'm told, are also for sale. This one's valued at $3,600, and it has a tag on it that says no sale. So apparently there are bikes in here for sale, but you have to ask, and some of them have tags that say no sale. Of course, you see all these old school Schwinn bikes, which is mind-blowing that they have this many. And then you've got the bag of the late 70s, I would say, 80s. I remember seeing the Mongoose bags and some of the collateral and literature that looked very similar to those. Of course, that's the style of the time. All right, so you got a dyno, you got a Pro Performer over here in Dayglow. This says Dyno Pro Comp Team. You got the helmet up there hanging from, of course, more bikes above. So we'll kind of continue. Comment if you see something that you like or that you appreciate.
Yeah, I'm just talking to Tommy too. When are you going to do another?
Here's a Diamondback.
Okay, perfect.
Early 80s Mongoose Pro. I don't think I've ever seen one of those in person.
Right.
Here you've got a shaker. Killer colors. Kind of a pedal car. See if there's anything over here we missed.
No problem. That's all right. I'm the one that helped you with the beatbox class.
Wow. Those colors bring us back. Of course, through here, got the Kuwahara 78 BMX nickel frame, which is the Mongoose. You got a Pro Freestyler, a Haro Master, Haro Freestyler again, Pro Freestyler, and just so many more bikes for days. So I don't know how long this video is going to be. Maybe one of our longer videos. Hopefully you guys are appreciating this. Just make sure you comment. Consider subscribing. With the podcast, we talk about old school BMX, 80s, 90s. Of course, we're mini trucking inspired. You've got some of the old racing gear. Here you got a California Freestyler. Some crazy frame behind it. It looks like a toy. And then here you've got a Piranha. I don't think I've ever seen one of those in person. Just mind-blowing. It's very cool that the person has all this stuff, but also, you know, has this museum to be able to share it with all of us. The tree that belongs at Bicycle Heaven, commonly known as the Tree of Heaven. Let's see what this is about. This freak of nature was found in rural Ohio on a farm. This is the only place to see two bicycles in a tree, a 1930s Dayton and a 1960s Schwinn. Wow. So when I was walking by earlier, I saw Playboy August 71. Which, damn, is 50 years ago next month. Columbia, 1965, Playboy 88. Playboy meant a 20-inch wheel banana seat muscle bike with a high-rise handlebar. Pretty cool. 1965. Looks like there's people that have donated their bikes here. This bike was bought new from Rapp's Bicycle Shop in Butler, Pennsylvania, 84. I raced the bike on North Park BMX track. I hope everyone enjoys seeing the bike as much as I have. 31 years later. Pretty cool. And again, you'd imagine some of these bikes would be kind of dirty and whatnot, but I mean, they are all gone through like a pristine garage collection of cars, if you will. There's bikes, of course, all down this bottom row. I've seen collections before, but nothing like this. Check this out. Motion activated. Okay, I'll show you guys a few more things, then we'll wrap this one up. So this section in here, I was looking, I don't think you can go in there. You got a Skyway, looks brand new. You got some, I don't know if that's just the, looks like the higher end stuff. Super rare Beatles bike made for Capitol Record. Cook Brothers Prototype 001. Trek 170 racing bicycle. It's back where we were just a minute ago. Hey, there's a Rad Hat. And then of course here, pretty cool. You got these display cases. One thing I passed down here that I don't think I showed when I saw that Rad Hat, it made me think, was there going to be a Rad bike here, Crew Jones bike? And I mentioned these bikes here, a couple of them. Cook Brothers Racing, Power Light. But here you go. This is their Crew Jones bike. Of course, it's not screen accurate, which is fine. But I think it's pretty cool that they have one. They're calling this on the name tag 84 Mongoose Californian Rad, the movie Crew Jones bike. That's similar to the bike that I have, where it's not screen accurate, but still awesome nonetheless in my book. What we'll do is we'll go back downstairs. We'll do a quick walkthrough of those lower display cases just to kind of show you some of that, since I said I would. Kind of see all of what we walked through. And again, understand that, you know, with this little gimbal I have and the amount of time, there's just no way to go through all this. I mean, it's way too much. These bikes are super rare, if you know anything about bikes. There's some more display cases. There's just as much to see in the display cases as what I've showed you guys so far here. They got shirts for sale. Here's a rare, maybe the only one to be found, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, like a poster. Of course, he was from the Pittsburgh area. You got a bunch of the action figures, which is pretty cool. Follow me downstairs. Vintage 37. refrigerator still works. As good as new. Dude, I even like that. That Huffy. That Pinto. So here's a quick walkthrough of the display cases. Magazines, parts, all kinds of memorabilia. Belt buckle, reflectors. Check it out.
Make sure you get the magazines.
I know, right? August 71.
Footfall. Well, he is someone on
That's awesome.
Let's see the- A little bit more. Some of these things I showed earlier. You can see the display case.
Check this out.
Displaying vintage tools, toys.
Upstairs to the
Marilyn Monroe. Helmets. Hey, I just noticed something.
Really?
Truckin' Magazine. What the heck? Pretty awesome. And I'll end it with this. This says Bicycle Heaven's the only place in the world to have 4 Bowden Spacelander bicycles. Only 30 or so to be found out of 544 made. Whoa. So there you have it. It's a quick walkthrough. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Here's the baseball cards. All right, so there you have it, the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. As I mentioned earlier, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, consider subscribing. I talked to Craig for a while, that's the owner. I mentioned that a couple of times during the video, and he was a super awesome guy. Actually, I was joking with him about the Truckin' magazines. He's like, oh, you can have them. I'm like, nah, man, I'm not here to take your stuff. But old school car guy. He's actually agreed to maybe come on he actually agreed to come on the podcast, which I think is awesome. And just got a chance to understand a little bit of his mindset on collecting all this stuff. But truly, Matt Weathers, thank you for telling me to come out. Great experience, unbelievable place, and just hopefully you guys enjoyed it. All right, on to the next one.